How to manifest absolutely anything from the 5D frequency. How to start living in 5D, to embark on your soul's mission, pull in the life of your dreams so that you can start attracting those very things that you have wanted since your soul came to this planet. If you're new, welcome. My name is Katie, and in this video we are jumping straight into it as we always do. So I'm so excited for this. Buckle up because we are getting into some juicy stuff here and how to really manifest from the 5D and step into the 5D so you can exist in this frequency and magnetize things like at a rapid pace you wouldn't even believe. So let's jump straight into it like always. First off, I have a question for you. Are you ready? No, actually, that's the question. Are you ready? Are you ready to start manifesting from this energy? Because that is the same exact question the universe, God, source, divine, whoever you resonate with, whatever energetic higher power you resonate with, will ask you when you start manifesting and claiming, hey, this is what I want. I'm ready for this. And I know you watching this video, you are somebody who has big dreams, big aspirations. You want certain things in your life because you know you are here for more. And when you know you are here for more, you have a big purpose. You have a lot of things that are going to come into your life, but it's going to be an interesting road, okay? And so I'm going to draw you out this little diagram here, or not diagram, but little drawing here. So we're going to call this guy Mark. Mark here, he's like doing all the work, and you can, this is probably like you. He's manifesting, visualizing, affirming, he's meditating, he is doing inspired action. He's like, I am so ready for this life, universe, God. He's like, he's doing so much work that it's inevitable for him to attract the life of his dreams, right? Because he's doing all this. He's in the quantum every day. He's like visualizing his dreams. As you probably are at home, you're like, I know that this is what I want. I know that's what I desire, what I deserve. And that's another thing. When you know you deserve it, that's a whole nother level. It's bound to come into your life. So he's like, I'm ready. I'm ready for an up level. I'm ready for expansion. I'm ready to live the life of my dreams and live in the 5D frequency. Because 5D is all about love, it's all about expansion, it's all about harmony and sovereignty, and he is in that frequency. He's like, I'm ready. And this is really how you do it. You do what I just said. You know that you're worthy of it. You know that you're ready to expand. You know you're here for more. You want more wealth. Whatever it is, it's unique to you. You want more wealth, you want a different career, you want love. You know it in your heart what you want, and you're like, it's mine. Well, that's the first step here. Mark's doing it. And then, let's just go down this little timeline of events here. So he is like, all right, this is what I'm ready for, universe, sending out my requests. Do you hear me? The universe or God, divine, whatever you resonate with again, is like, oh, Mark, are you actually ready? They're like, are you actually ready? And he's like, well, yeah, I'm ready to expand. I have been waiting for years. You probably have too. You're like, where is it? I'm ready, universe. Like, come on. And the universe is like, but are you actually? He's like, yes. And they're like, okay, universe. When the universe, God, hears our request, and we are that intentful, is that a word? We are that strong with our intent about what we want to create. The universe can say, okay, I hear you. So this is Mark. Once the universe is like, we hear your request, fine. Mark here, he's like, sweet. Heard my requests. He's going about his day. He notices random things start to fall out of his life. Random chaotic events start to happen. There's a little bit of upheaval, uproar, whatever starts to occur in his life. And he's like starting to freak out. He's like, oh no, what's happening? Universe, I've put out my requests. I want XYZ. And now I feel like my life is falling apart. I feel like there's emotions being bubbled up inside of me. Things are happening and I don't understand what's happening. Mark here is doing the opposite of what the universe wants us to do, okay? And this is truly, in my opinion, the only affirmation you need to say to yourself when these things start to happen in your life. And again, this is unique to you. So Mark here, for example, maybe let's say that he lost his job and he's like, what the heck? I'm asking for more money and I just lost my job. Universe, what are you doing to me? Or maybe his girlfriend broke up with him and he's like trying to, grow his relationship, but he finds out that his girlfriend cheated on him and broke up with him. And he's like, oh my God, what the heck? Like, this is not what I requested, universe. Well, this is the thing. We don't always know what we want. The universe knows, we think we know what we want. The universe knows what we need. God actually knows what we need. And so when we start creating from the 5D, start manifesting our dreams and start calling in expansion, what has to happen when we want to expand, and I'll draw this real quick. This is us here. We are capping ourselves. A lot of people stay here in the 3D frequency. Not that the 3D is bad, but it's very limited to like what we can see. So the 3D again it's all about the physical, the material. And so a lot of people stay here because they're like, well, I want yeah, it'd be nice to have a greater career, but like it's comfortable where I am now, and it's just like it's more of a hassle to go out there and like think I can have more. So people stay in this space. People like you watching this, and people that are existing in the 5D, here on a mission, here with their soul's purpose, ready to expand into greater amounts of love. They're like, no, I want to expand. I want to live a better life. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to have my dream career, whatever, fill in the blank for what you want. Everyone's different, but people that want big things like you watching this, they're ready to expand. You're ready to expand. And so the way to get to this expansion, you have to stretch yourself beyond your limits. You have to be okay accepting challenges. You have to be okay letting go of people in your life, things in your life, opportunities in your life that are not meant for you. Things might come into your life where you're like, ooh, should I go down that route? But it doesn't feel true in your heart. Well, guess what? You're here to expand into your heart, not your mind. So don't follow that timeline, okay? Expand into your heart. However, what that's going to cause is oftentimes, like I said, things will naturally fall out of our life. We're going to want to get confused. Our human meat suit, our mind, our ego is going to want to freak out and say, and blame the universe, blame God for everything happening. But actually, there's one thing you have to say, okay? And that's this. Challenge. Can you see this? Accepted. Okay? So, like I said, when things start to fall apart, it's not to freak out, it's not to stress, it's not to think, oh my God, like God is against me, everything is falling apart. No, actually, challenge, freaking accepted. I accept that things are going to need to fall out of my life. I accept that it's going to be a little rocky before it gets a little better. And so when you say challenge accepted, the universe, God, hears that you are actually ready. You are ready to take on anything. And so it's moving through those challenges. It's moving through those hurdles, those roadblocks, those little stumbles along the way where your human's naturally going to want to be like, why is this happening? It's just saying, you know what? Flow. Surrender to it and trust. Accept the challenges. Accept that things are happening to you because you are expanding. Accept that in order to move into the 5D frequency and up-level your DNA, up-level your blueprint, step actually into your soul's blueprint in this life. And what that really means is like the life that you were meant to create based on what your soul wanted you to create in this life. In order for you to do that, you need to be okay with, I'm not going to say the word, hitting the fan, okay? You have to be okay with it because you are up-leveling at such a rapid rate, and it's actually such a gift. And so saying things like challenge accepted, I can handle it, surrendering to these, this is the absolute best thing that you can do. And another thing I will say as well is in this, so that's the first step, is challenge accepted when things want to fall out of your life. Another thing as well is because we are expanding into more love, you are going to have these epiphanies when you are doing your manifestations, as you probably already have. So Mark here, he's like, things are falling apart, things are happening, but along the way, he's also getting random downloads. He's getting this thought to like, go to a different route to work so that he can stop at this specific coffee shop on the way. Random, I don't know. Maybe he's meant to like meet the love of his life there. You never know. But he's having these thoughts, these downloads, these synchronicities. He's seeing the number, he's seeing things happening in his life. And oftentimes what people do when this happens to them that aren't in this up level of 5D frequency, what they will do is they will not actually act on these thought forms. They will not actually go down these timelines that the universe is sending us to go down with these little drop-ins, these little hints in our heart, that feeling you have in your heart sometimes, or that download that drops in your mind out of nowhere, and you're like, what the heck? Most people ignore that. Most people in the 3D are like, well, I couldn't see it. It's not happening here, so we're going to ignore it. The 5D is all about the unseen, okay? Be okay with accepting the unseen. And I just keep hearing the unseen. So again, you will get little downloads. You'll get little thoughts along the way that are like, do this, go that way. And you, instead of what most people do, ignoring those thoughts, those downloads, or those feelings in your heart where your heart's telling you to go somewhere or do something, accept that timeline, go down it. Because what I keep seeing is this, like we have infinite timelines, and the universe, again, in the midst of our expansion, it's going to drop in this little thought here. Let's just say this is like a little download that pops into Mark's mind. This little download, it sits there and he's like, okay, should I go down it? Literally go down that timeline. And what that really means, go down that timeline, is like act on that download, act on that impulse, act on that inspired action that you have, because the 5D is all about inspired action. And manifestation in general is about inspired action. So when you are in creation mode, manifesting the life of your dreams, instead of forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do, it's actually a beautiful process. And this is all about 5D. It's very easeful. It's very surrendered and from a loving space. And so do everything with love and do everything from inspired action, not forcing yourself to do things because you think you should. It's going to come from the heart, okay? I know I said this is like a drop-in download, but you're always going to feel it in your heart. You're going to feel it in your intuition. You're going to feel it in your body somatically. Your body is going to feel some type of way and act on that. And again, this is unique to you. So it could be something as simple as like this random thought to like start a business that you never thought you would start, but you're like, why do I feel like I should do that? Do it. Do it. Follow that timeline. Go down it, because that is leading you towards a more successful, beautiful life, towards that blueprint we keep talking about, okay? So that's a big one too. And another thing I will mention as well is just remember that in this process of manifestation, oftentimes a lot of us will enter, not all of us, but there's moments I've had it where there's a complete pause, a complete unknown, a complete utter confusion about the way forward. You might be doing the work, you might be, doing all the things I just mentioned, but then you enter the space where nothing is happening. It's literally like you're in this empty realm of nothingness, and this is you, and you're like, universe, what the fuck? Like, there's nothing happening. Sacred pause, okay? This is what I keep hearing. This entire space is actually called the sacred pause. And I want you to almost see yourself like this is you in this like massive bubble of light, because what is happening is you are being calibrated, okay? Hear that word, calibration. Your body, your human meat suit, your DNA, because again, we're manifesting from the 5D, meaning we're upgrading our DNA to 5D frequency. You are being calibrated. So remember this word, and remember, did I spell that right? Yeah. Remember sacred pause. What's happening when you start to send these requests to the universe and you're doing the action, you're doing the work, there will often come a time where you enter this space of complete, utter nothingness, and you're like, oh my God, nothing's happening. I need to figure it out. What the heck? Maybe emotions are rising. This can often happen. You will start to bubble up emotions. All this is a byproduct of expansion, okay? And what you can kind of imagine is like, this is where you are now. And when you are expanding, before you get to this space, this is the emptiness. This is the sacred pause sometimes. So just remember that this is actually a beautiful time, and the best thing that you can do is surrender to it. If you are in a space, and I'm telling you this now, where you're so utterly confused, so utterly like doubting your potential, your path, everything you want to create, you're just in doubt mode, stop doubting and fully surrender to it. Feel what you need to feel. You might have emotions arise. Be so nurturing to yourself. And then if there's one thing you get out of this is probably the most important thing you do. Less stimulation, the better, okay? What I mean by that is like, and this, for example, one of my things I've been wanting to call in for so long in my life has been my psychic gifts, psychic abilities. And in order for me to have those come online, I actually was in a sacred pause for about a week where I completely doubted my entire path, everything I was capable of. Nothing was happening. I was taking baths and I was listening to sad music, letting my emotions rise in this pause. And then a week later, boom, things just started happening, came online. It was like a whole nother life. So that's just my example, my story. But I just want you to know the sacred pause is actually beautiful, and it's the calibration. So often we need the space. We need the space to be able to up level. So it's not always about doing inspired action all the time. If you have these moments, actually love it, honor it, and be nurturing yourself. And again, like I said, less stimulation. So get off your phone. Go on long walks, take baths where you're not on your phone, because this is actually giving yourself the space for your nervous system to regulate, for your body to calibrate, so that eventually the universe, when you have taken that time, that sacred pause, you will be amazed at the synchronicities and miracles that come into your life, because you will be expanding into that massive new life of yours that you've been wanting to call in, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from that. And again, sacred pause, calibration, remember those words. And the affirmation for you to say every single day: challenge accepted. When things start to happen in your life, start falling apart, challenge accepted. Trust the universe is sending you these so that you can up level, for you to let go of things so that you can call more in, make more space, okay? So go out there, create the life of your dreams. I truly believe that, again, if you were guided this video, you are meant for more. You're here for a grander purpose. And if you do everything I just mentioned, there's absolutely no way that your dreams aren't going to come in. And also remember, we live in a 3D reality. Time does exist here. And so what is my journey is different from yours versus the next person. So your sacred pause could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a year. Everyone's is so different. Manifestations, miracles, synchronicities come at different times. We can't really figure it out. It's not that we can ever really figure it out, because God has its own way of creating this reality that we're existing in. So yeah, just trust in yourself, trust in life, trust in the process. I believe in you. You are a beautiful soul. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah!